Our planet is a blue planet, often referred to as the blue marble, due to its vast and beautiful oceans that dominate its surface. These oceans are not just vast bodies of water, they are the lifeblood of our planet, playing a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of our ecosystem. Oceans and seas cover more than 70% of Earth's surface, making them the largest habitat on our planet. They are teeming with life and are essential for the survival of countless species, including humans. These waters are home to a vast array of life, from the tiniest plankton, which form the base of the marine food web, to the giant whales that roam the deep blue. Each species plays a vital role in the health of our oceans. These waters provide us with food, oxygen, and regulate our climate. The oceans produce more than half of the world's oxygen and absorb a significant amount of carbon dioxide, helping to mitigate the effects of climate change. Forests, too, are vital to life on Earth. They cover about 31% of the land area and are home to more than 80% of the terrestrial species of animals, plants, and insects. Forests act as the lungs of our planet, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. They also play a crucial role in maintaining the water cycle and preventing soil erosion. Rivers, like arteries, connect these ecosystems, carrying life-giving water across continents. They support both human and wildlife populations by providing fresh water, which is essential for drinking, agriculture, and sanitation. These natural wonders are not merely beautiful landscapes, they are the very foundation of our existence. They provide us with the resources we need to survive and thrive, from clean air and water to food and medicine. We depend on healthy oceans, rivers, and forests for our survival and well-being. They offer us recreation, inspiration, and a sense of connection to the natural world. Yet human activities are putting immense pressure on these precious ecosystems, threatening their delicate balance. Pollution, deforestation, and overfishing are just a few of the many challenges they face. The consequences of our actions are far-reaching, impacting not just the natural world but also our own lives. Climate change, loss of biodiversity, and natural disasters are becoming more frequent and severe. It is our collective responsibility to understand these impacts and take action to protect these vital ecosystems for current and future generations. By working together, we can restore and preserve the health of our planet. We must remember that we are part of nature, not separate from it. Our well-being is deeply intertwined with the health of the environment. Our fate is inextricably linked to the health of our planet's oceans, rivers, and forests. Protecting these ecosystems is not just an environmental issue, it is a matter of survival for all life on Earth. Our oceans and seas are facing a growing crisis: pollution. Every year, tons of plastic waste find their way into our oceans, harming marine life and ecosystems. Plastic does not decompose easily. Instead, it breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces called microplastics. These microplastics are consumed by marine animals, entering the food chain and potentially reaching our plates. But plastic is not the only culprit. Chemicals from industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and sewage also pollute our waters. These pollutants contaminate seafood, poison marine life, and disrupt delicate ecosystems. Oil spills, though less frequent, have devastating and long-lasting impacts on marine environments, killing wildlife and damaging coastal habitats. The consequences of ocean pollution are vast and far-reaching. It threatens the health of marine ecosystems, the livelihoods of people who depend on the ocean, and the future of our planet. We must act urgently to reduce pollution at its source and protect our oceans from further harm. Overfishing is another serious threat to the health of our oceans. We are taking fish out of the sea faster than they can reproduce. This unsustainable practice is pushing many fish populations to the brink of collapse. When we remove too many fish from the ocean, it disrupts the delicate balance of the marine ecosystem. Overfishing not only depletes fish stocks but also harms other marine life. Some fishing methods, like bottom trawling, damage the ocean floor, destroying habitats for fish and other marine organisms. This destruction further reduces fish populations and makes it harder for ecosystems to recover. Sustainable fishing practices are essential to protect our oceans and ensure that future generations can enjoy the benefits of healthy fish populations. We must demand responsible fishing practices and support efforts to rebuild depleted fish stocks. Section 4. Climate change, a rising tide of trouble. The impacts of climate change are becoming increasingly evident, and nowhere is this more apparent than in our oceans. From the melting ice caps to the intensifying storms, the signs are all around us. Climate change is a global threat with far-reaching consequences for our planet, and our oceans are on the front lines. The delicate balance of marine ecosystems is being disrupted, leading to a cascade of effects that impact not just marine life, but human communities as well. As temperatures rise, the ocean absorbs much of this excess heat, leading to rising sea levels, ocean acidification, and changes in ocean currents. This warming not only affects the water temperature but also alters weather patterns, contributing to more frequent and severe weather events. These changes have dire consequences for marine life and coastal communities. Coral reefs, which are vital to marine biodiversity, are dying off at alarming rates. Marine animals are struggling to adapt to the rapidly changing conditions, and coastal communities are facing increased flooding and erosion. Rising sea levels threaten to inundate coastal cities and displace millions of people. The economic and social impacts of such displacement are profound, affecting livelihoods, infrastructure, and the very fabric of communities. Ocean acidification caused by the absorption of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere makes it difficult for marine organisms like corals and shellfish to build their shells and skeletons. This not only affects the organisms themselves but also the larger food web that depends on them. This acidification weakens coral reefs, vital ecosystems that support a vast array of marine life. Efforts are being made to restore these reefs, but the scale of the problem is immense, and time is running out. Climate change is a complex challenge that requires a global response. International cooperation and commitment are essential to address the root causes and mitigate the impacts. From policy changes to technological innovations, every effort counts. We must reduce greenhouse gas emissions by transitioning to cleaner sources of energy and adopting sustainable practices. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind power, along with sustainable agricultural practices, offer a path forward. It is a race against time, and the future of our planet hangs in the balance. The actions we take today will determine the world we leave for future generations. The urgency cannot be overstated, and the need for action is immediate. Section 5. Rivers in peril. The lifeblood of our planet threatened. Rivers are the lifeblood of our planet, flowing courses of water that sustain countless ecosystems and human civilizations. They provide drinking water, irrigation for agriculture, and transportation routes. However, these vital arteries are facing increasing threats from human activities. Pollution from industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and sewage contaminates our rivers, making them unsafe for drinking, harming wildlife, and disrupting delicate ecosystems. Dams, while often necessary for water management and hydroelectric power generation, can disrupt the natural flow of rivers, impacting fish migration patterns and altering downstream ecosystems. Habitat loss due to deforestation, urbanization, and agricultural expansion further degrades river systems, reducing biodiversity and threatening the services these ecosystems provide. Protecting our rivers requires a multifaceted approach. We must reduce pollution at its source, implement sustainable agricultural practices, and carefully manage water resources. Preserving and restoring riparian habitats along riverbanks is crucial for maintaining water quality and providing refuge for wildlife. Section 6. Forests under fire. Deforestation and its dire consequences. Deforestation is one of the most pressing environmental issues of our time, with far-reaching impacts that extend beyond the immediate loss of trees. Forests are often called the lungs of our planet. They are vast green expanses that breathe life into our world, providing the oxygen we need to survive. They play a critical role in regulating our climate, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and releasing oxygen. This process helps to stabilize the Earth's climate and maintain the balance of gases in the atmosphere. They provide habitats for countless plant and animal species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. These ecosystems are incredibly diverse and complex, supporting a wide range of life forms, and they are essential for the livelihoods of millions of people around the world. Indigenous communities in particular rely heavily on forests for their cultural, spiritual, and economic well-being. Yet these vital ecosystems are under increasing threat from deforestation, driven by agricultural expansion, logging, and mining. These activities not only destroy trees but also disrupt the entire ecosystem, leading to a cascade of negative effects. The loss of forests has dire consequences for our planet. When forests are cleared, the land is often left barren and unable to support new growth, leading to desertification and loss of biodiversity. Deforestation contributes significantly to climate change, as trees store vast amounts of carbon that is released when they are cut down or burned. This release of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere accelerates global warming and exacerbates climate change. It leads to habitat loss and fragmentation, pushing countless species towards extinction and disrupting delicate ecosystems. The loss of habitat forces animals to migrate, often leading to conflicts with humans and other species. Soil erosion, increased flooding, and decreased water quality are further consequences of deforestation. Without the root systems of trees to hold the soil in place, erosion becomes a major problem, leading to sedimentation in rivers and streams. Protecting our forests is paramount. Conservation efforts, reforestation projects, and sustainable management practices are crucial in the fight against deforestation. We must support sustainable forestry practices which balance the need for wood products with the need to preserve forest ecosystems. This includes selective logging, reduced impact logging, and the use of alternative materials. Reduce our consumption of products that drive deforestation, and promote reforestation efforts. Consumers can make a difference by choosing products that are certified as sustainable and by supporting companies that prioritize environmental responsibility. Protecting and restoring degraded forests is essential for mitigating climate change, preserving biodiversity, and securing the livelihoods of people who depend on these vital ecosystems. By working together, we can ensure that forests continue to thrive for generations to come.